On any given day, there may be found a number of programs, classes, and activities going on at the various branches of the Dallas Public Library. Storytime, community events, language classes, and more. And while each program is important in its own right, there exists one program in particular that plays a vital role to some of the most valuable, yet often forgotten members of our community: our seniors. The Inspired Aging Project is an artistic program designed to engage and reignite the creative spark in the senior members of our community. Funded by the Dallas Foundation, the Inspired Aging Project took place at 5 strategically selected branches throughout the Dallas Metroplex. At Highland Hills, seniors practiced the art of quilting.
I was at work and I wanted this to be a part of what I do when I retire. And it popped up and I immediately called and got in because quilting would be good. I was really excited. That's exactly what I wanted to do.
We began learning how to quilt for the first time in my life. I'm not one good at sewing, period, and I have no patience when it comes to quilting. But as I joined the class, I found it so relaxing.
Oh my goodness, I learned a wealth of information. We had one of the best instructors ever. As others have alluded to, Miriam is extremely patient. Lots of fun, lots of information, and she allowed us to personalize the whole process so that we weren't just stuck in a box. And I think the majority of us will attest that we are very creative, and Miriam encouraged that creativity.
It's a wonderful experience. It's not just sitting down and learning how to sew something together. It's the sense of community that you get from the women being together and talking. We talk about so many things while we were quilting. We talked about cooking, we talked about our kids, we talked about other things going on in the community.
At Skyline, participants learned to capture memories through photography.
I've always loved taking pictures, but really didn't know what I was doing until I took this class. I learned more about aperture, zooming in, the different ranges, and how the camera works, period. So I've taken more pictures and better pictures since I've taken this class.
I had a lot of fun. I learned so much. We did field trips. I mean, seriously, I felt like I was in college. Truthfully, in the beginning, most of it was over my head, but she explained everything. She made it interesting. It was funny. She was funny, very accessible, very easy to talk to, ask questions, any questions. She didn't make you feel like completely not knowledgeable at all. She answered all the questions.
I mean, I think photography is ageless, and I don't think it just has to be for the Inspired Aging program. It could be for kids, it could be for anybody, because especially now, there's more accessibility to cameras and equipment, and especially with phones and stuff, more folks want to take pictures, but that doesn't mean that we know how to use a camera any more or less. And it isn't always an option for folks to go to a community college or any kind of other community education program. So opportunities at the library, I think, really open up a lot of doors. And so I've enjoyed being a part of that too, just to know that I was a part of creating some sort of access so that folks could come and learn and engage and actually have a good time.
After my husband passed, I was shut in at home, and I felt like I didn't want to go out of my house. And my grandson suggested that I should look for some place that other seniors would be, and it would be better for me than staying shut in. So we looked around, a friend of mine and I, and we ended up over here at Gerweiler. And since then, I have enjoyed all these friends that I met here.
My instructor is wonderful.
I got a great deal because I'm a teacher and I got taught and I learned a lot. We had a lot of fun learning because Consuela is out of this world, top-notch master teacher.
As you going back and forth.
At Martin Luther King Jr., participants learned how to express themselves through paintings.
This is really the third year that I've taught a painting class for seniors through the Dallas Public Library. What I teach is not something that would require drawing skills. We go with landscapes because if I, at the very first program I did set up a still life, and then you had everyone really concerned about how do I draw this apple, how do I draw, and so there's no drawing because in landscapes, no tree is the same size, no mountain is the same thing, and so we will look at pictures to get a springboard, but everybody's clouds were different. The choice of the blue and the sky was different because in real life it really is.
And at Prairie Creek, seniors were introduced to the exciting world of jewelry making.
This is more along the craft end of art making, but I wanted to add an extra element of actually making the bead itself. And one of the most popular things that we've done is we actually make beads, and then we create art from that. Several beads that they all made, everyone got instructions on how to make beads with paper.
Yes, I enjoy it so much, I do, because it keeps my nerves calm down. I concentrate in doing this, so you forget your pains and aches.
It's a great program that we're really happy to offer to the community. It's an example of how the library likes to inspire lifelong learning. A lot of times the library, everybody knows it for the kids programs, which are wonderful and we're glad to offer those, but sometimes people forget that learning doesn't stop when you stop going to school. And so for that reason we decided to highlight a new type of program that specifically targets seniors here at the library.
At the end of each class, participants were provided the opportunity to share what they learned and present their creations to family, peers, and their local community. Fun, sure. Exciting, no doubt. But beyond that, the Inspired Aging Project offered seniors a sense of belonging, a place to forge new friendships, and to explore hidden talents.
I hope they have more classes like this.
I just think it's wonderful. I wish the class would go on. It's not long enough.
It runs for about 2 months, so it's once a week, and what's really, you form relationships and you just really bond with everyone, and it's very sad when it's over.
The Inspired Aging Project has undoubtedly left many seniors in the community more energized, more engaged, and of course, a little more inspired.